Good morning, Champlain Valley Rail Snapshots. And a follow-up to the road rail accident in South Junction the other day, South Plattsburgh. I came back actually just checking out the accident site, and I was kind of surprised to see this at the scene of the crime. Apparently they left the locomotive and car still here. So I took some pictures, was looking around, and you can see where there are evidence from the accident. Coming down here, and there's still debris. And as reported, it was a Nissan. So we see a little debris field, lots of shiny shards of glass in through here. It's obviously part of some sort of a reflector. More debris. Coming up from the west or the east end, you see the debris. There's the cross box. And there we go. There's the offending rail car. And the 7305 still attached. Notice on the coupler, there's a flag for the end of the train. Still in place. We see our cross box. So, here's some more of the debris field. I see a lot of scattered debris from this. The train was barely moving. The car was booking approximately close to the road limit, 55 miles per hour. Try to see if I don't really see any particular marks in the road alluding to where the accident was. I mean, there are some skid marks over here. Maybe that was related to it. One thing I have noticed since I've been out here is all the cars that have gone by have come to almost a complete halt before crossing the crossing. Maybe people will be a little bit more aware that, yes, this is an active railroad around here, and maybe sometimes you might see a train. Case in point. Here we are, the crossbuck again. And check it out. There's our flag. Now, the train had fully occupied the crossing when the accident actually happened. So, there's really no excuse other than driver inattention for it to have actually happened. And we can see there's some marks from where the train made contact. You can see it bent, some of it. I'm assuming it has to be here. Maybe some sort of FRA investigation has to be completed before they can move it around here. In the background, you see there's the full car that they dropped off. The one it was moving was actually a depleted car. There's the actual AmeriGas building. There's the 7305. As you can see, it's one of CP's finest. Still displaying the dual flag. The car and the crossing. See a little panorama. Now, another thing is, coming from Route 22, you have a nice long straightaway. That's an overpass over the interstate up ahead. And then the sun's against me. But, again, heading east, there's a very, very long straightaway. There's really no excuse for the driver who would miss this. So now in terms of the accident, the driver was hospitalized and released. No serious injuries, no injuries to the crew. As you can see, the train is actually still here, so I don't know how long it has to be here. I'm sure some sort of investigation has to be completed on it. Doesn't really appear that there's a ton of damage, or really any significant damage to the car at all. I was actually kind of surprised to still see it here. As you can see, this really could have been avoided, and it could have been a lot worse. We've got debris, we've got, the area where it hit the car, and in the picture, it was just jammed under there. If his car had been a little bit lower, I don't know if it would have crushed the driver compartment or not. He's very fortunate that it wasn't a more serious accident, and we're fortunate there really wasn't more, more involved. A full car, or maybe a rupture with a leak or something like that. So anyway, I thought this was kind of interesting to see this still. Remember, always be careful around railroad tracks. See tracks, think train. It's the Operation Lifesaver motto. And even if you think a railroad crossing is abandoned or they don't use it anymore, you should always treat every railroad crossing as if it's an active crossing. I think one of the problems that happened here is, in this case, this is only used once every couple weeks. I'm assuming anyone's local probably gets complacent. They never see trains here. It's why would they have to slow up or take care, and then suddenly, bam, here's a train out of nowhere you weren't paying attention to. So it's Champlain Valley Rail Snapshot signing off. Thanks for joining me, and everyone be safe.